Hello chaps, yet another video upload for today. This is what I completed a few weeks ago. This is the Machinen Krieger Vino suit. I finished this a few weeks ago. It was actually a kit that I'd started but didn't like the colour scheme. So I redid it, and unfortunately when I redid it, some things kind of snapped off, like the hands and stuff like that, the fingers, sorry, because I had it in an ultrasonic cleaner. And yeah, sometimes when you're putting stuff in ultrasonics, things get a little bit brittle. So to tell you guys about this kit, this is a kit that was a concept design, and if I can find, I've actually written a report on this. I shall bore you to death with these details. Let me just expand that because my eyes are not very good. The Fab 003 nuclear heat vaulted metalware Vino suit is a full resin kit with a scaling of 120, which fits to all of the third-party figurines such as Brickworks and Saito Heels collection. This kit actually comes with a pilot, so it's up to you guys whether you want to use a different head. You could cut the head off, you can do multiple things. It's a really cool little pilot in there. I really enjoyed painting this. The kit has 22 parts and comes in a cardboard box. These kits are rare now and reasonably price tag of 15,000 yen, £110. I have acquired two, one from Saito Heel himself on pre-order. That was when they were out, like two or three years ago. And one from my suppliers. I've actually just bought a new kit, and there's only one left at my warehouse. I'm actually tempted in buying another one. I'll have two in my stash. These kits were, you can maybe find them in Yellow Submarine. But anyway, to go on, I have written quite a lot of blurb on my report, as you can see in Microsoft Word in the background. So the origin of the kit can be found in one of the Machinen Krieger books, which referenced this kit and was one of Ko's concept designs. Saito-san revamped it and made it into a resin version, as the original was made in the early days of Nito. Taking notes from Saito's website and all personal comments, he mentions, and I quote, I think it's like his 80s and 90s design had a strong awareness of design during that speech mark era. I personally think that the design line is closer to Robot Battle V than Ma.k, so it's not really part of the Ma.k world. And there is another kind of genre called Robot Battle V, and basically this suit is like, it's kind of, the concept is like the old kind of 1800s diving suits. And I don't want to bore you the hell with all these details, but I might actually put this blurb or report into my YouTube description link, so I'll put that in there. Anyway, moving on. This kit was a wonder to work on. I love it. I loved it. I loved every step, every process. A lot of people saw my whips on there. I didn't go fully crazy on the weathering. I did a little bit of grime here and there. It's got metal coils on there as well. And the good thing about this kit is that actually this canopy, if I can carefully remove it, some of the Ma.k kits, sometimes the pilots extrude, so you can't put the canopies on. But this one, put that on like that. As you can see, fits on like a glove. So you can have it like that if you want. You can have it covered up with the pilot. It's pretty cool. I really like this kit. Any problems with it? Not really. It's just a thick lump of resin. You can't go wrong, really. These lenses I actually added. These are from, I think they're from Wave. I think Wave or Gaia Notes. I can't remember. I think they're Wave ones. On the actual original kit, that was a Nito kit, people painted these sensors, or what would you call them, lenses, without any caps on, like what I've done. There's not many people have done what I've done, actually. I was going to do them green, but then I felt that it would, I didn't want it to stand out so much. But it's a lovely little kit. And if you can get your hands on one, then good luck. I mean, I'm keeping mine. Like I said, these are really hard to come by. Once Saito Heels does these kits, they tend to sell out and they become, well, this will never be in production again. So I did a very simple dio base. I didn't want anything too crazy. Kind of let the kit speak for itself. The green of the grass and the orange work well. They complement each other. It makes it pop out a little bit more. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed doing that, man. Really enjoyed it. That's going to go up on my shelf. Ding ding. So anyway, what have I got on next, guys? I have the Grupo Hund. Again, these kits are really nice. This is being my Hasegawa, part of the Machinen Krieger scene. I did lose some parts. This is missing some triangular shields that go there. It's not a big kind of aesthetic thing that's missing. Kind of like it like that, actually. Does need a little, it needs another coat of primer on here. This kit is very delicate, so you got to be careful. It does come with like lots of decals and wiring and metal brass rodding. I did some custom work on this, putting some brass rodding in there and some extra MSG parts. I've actually, like I said, it needs to be primed, and if you can see that. So that will be a project to do over the festive season. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do in terms of the diorama, but this top part, actually, I don't like. When you have loose pegs like that, you can use, we've got a few options really. Fish tank airline stuff you can put on there to make it more sturdier, or even glue it in. It's up to you. But that's the Grupo Hund. Let me put him back there. Next, what I've had on the go for donkey's years is the Gans. I've had this kit painted before, and I wasn't happy with it, and there was a few errors in terms of a seal line had come out, which I didn't want to have on the final build. But this is the Gans. It's a nice kit, man. Loads of external engine detail. I've got the rockets primed as well. Rockets go in there. This also has lots of wiring and stuff like that as well. A lot of Ma.k people have been doing those. A lot of people ask me for croats all the time. Now, this is something that I've just actually been playing around with. It's somewhat messed up. When you, there's a heads up as well. There's the groin section that's connected to connect the PC parts to the upper section of the legs. And what I did is, again, I've repainted this one as well, and I snapped both of the pegs. These kits on the leg section, those pegs are extremely secure. So where's my GoPro messing up? And I've done that a few times. So as you can see, it's really wobbly, right? So what I'm gonna have to do is, I'm kind of happy with what's happened to that, actually, because I'm actually gonna have this posed like that kind of thing. You can't do this kind of like posing with mat kits because they're kind of like static. Can you see, like, I can just push that up a little bit more, it's gonna wobble, but how the feet are positioned, can you see that? You can't do that with the suits unless you play around underneath here in the posing, because you're quite restricted to how these Max suits look sometimes. So I'm gonna have to find a way of, I'm gonna put some epoxy putty there to hold that in. You won't see underneath that anyway, you know what I mean, it'll be down. So thought I'd try them in a different pose. I know I can't put my camera down any lower, but you get what I'm saying. It'll be like that, okay? And then added to that, I have the Super Bowl kit. That is, I'll be making another video on that. But this is a kit that I'm working on right now. This is the Black Knight, or MK44, with Saito Heels resin extension parts to it. If I can carefully take that without scratching the paint. Ugh. I've just added the decal. I've got side sections to put on here, the side shields, but I've primed this up. Let me take that gun out. And this is what this kit looks like. Again, I need to finish that off in there. I might do that last. Oh, see, decals come off. That's what happens when you're touching kits. I can fix that. So I've done this in like an egg, is it called duck egg blues? It's a nice colour, actually. Kind of happy with it. So that will be top coated, and again, I suppose I shouldn't have touched the side bit there. And it'll be weathered up. I did do this before. A lot of people liked it because I actually went to town on the weathering, but this time I'm going to try a lot of filter washing and stuff like that and minimal rust. But it's a fun little kit to build. But the only problem with this kit is, and I don't like, is it's really back heavy, so you've got to be real careful with it. So that's an update of what I'm doing right now, and hopefully I'm gonna make just the last video today for the Super Bowl, which won't be very long. So I'll catch you in a bit, guys, and thanks to the guys, Wayne, Machine Nation, Mike, Scott, all the guys that are in my Team D group. Thanks for watching my stuff, and you guys have a good day. Peace.